And while the worst impacts of this outage seem to be behind us, it raises serious concerns about the computer systems we rely on every single day. So joining me now is Katie Arrington, who currently serves as the Vice President of Government Affairs for Risk Management for Exiger, and who previously served as a Senior Information Security Officer for the Department of Defense. Katie, thank you so much for being here with us this evening. And, you know, this is something that literally has been going on around the globe since the start of the morning until now. So CrowdStrike is just one company, and yet it appears to really be their mistake that caused such massive, widespread issues around the world. Why is it that so many of our systems are relying on this one organization?
Well, Amadre, thank you, first of all, for having me on tonight. And Exiger, we appreciate the opportunity to talk to the American public about this. Let's be first and foremost, CrowdStrike is probably one of the foremost cyber protection companies out there. So if CrowdStrike can get a software upload patch that was bad, imagine what, the small businesses can be affected by. So the interconnectivity of our systems and our networks is what we really need to put in the front and center of this. When I was the Chief Information Security Officer at the Department of Defense, one of the things that I started while I was there was something called the CMMC, the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. And that was to ensure that companies had the right cyber posture, the right culture. Now, today, it was not a cyber attack per se, but it was somebody who didn't do their job, honestly, appropriately. And there weren't the protocols and processes to ensure it didn't happen again. So when it hooked into Microsoft, it hit the world. And this is just showing us how interconnected we all are as American citizens, but global citizens.
Yeah. It literally was a ripple effect. And I know you've worked for DoD. So what kind of risk does an outage like this represent to cybersecurity and national security?
Absolutely paramount. When our systems are down, our warfighters are at risk. So make no bones about it. This is bad. And our adversaries are watching us very closely on how we react to this. They never like to see an opportunity where we're in stress and not take advantage of that. I'm very concerned right now that Americans, as you mentioned earlier in the reporting, we're blithely unaware of what was going on and how intertwined they are to the networks, right? You have to understand how connected we are. We at Exiger do continuous monitoring on companies. We provide risk scores. We're constantly advising people of the known risk. It's things like this today that show the fine tendency that we're on right now. I hope this is an awakening for the White House, for government, for businesses to understand how dependent we are on each other. And if we're not all doing the best every day at the A game, we are all susceptible to something like this happening again. And I will also mention, I think it's systematic. We've become almost complacent to things like this. It's an inconvenience. And my heart broke for that poor child who has been waiting for, 16 years to get her driver's license today. And the people that have been waiting for possibly heart surgery to come offline on something like this. So we need to be more vigilant.
Okay. Well, Katie, thank you for being here with us tonight to talk through this really concerning situation that happened earlier today and that so many people are still dealing with right now. Thank you, Katie, for your insight tonight.
Thank you so much. America, be safe tonight, and thank you for having me on.